Bob Chapek is finally gone, and you know who's replacing him? The Lord Bob Iger. And today I'm going to be talking about it all on this video. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I woke up. It was, well, not really. Yesterday at night before I went to bed, I decided to sleep early because the World Cup is here and I'm just hyped up. England and Iran are playing right now. Well, it's halftime right now. In fact, I think you can tell by the reflection over there of the TV. But I couldn't make the video last night because I just had to go to bed. But I was going to bed all excited, happy. I have made countless of videos in the past criticizing Bob Chapek's regime on Disney, and I'm so glad, but Disney last night announced that Bob Chapek will be stepping down and Bob Iger will replace him. Now, to give some context, Bob Iger was the man that led Disney for decades upon decades, giving them the most successful years in Disney's entire history. And then eventually, of course, he had to step down. He had to retire. After doing it for so long, you want to give yourself a break, especially taking care of such a multi-million dollar, or not million, but billion-dollar company like Disney that's taking over the world. You know, after taking care of that, you got to step down. You got to take a break, and he replaced himself with Bob Chapek. And Bob Chapek prior to this was the head of the parks department, where he was in charge of the theme parks and everything. And while people were excited because everyone trusted Bob Iger, because under Bob Iger, everyone is happy. The people under Bob Iger were happy. The Disney fans were happy. Disney movies were happy. Under Bob Iger's success, they were able to buy out multiple companies. They were able to succeed Disney. They were able to make billions of dollars. The fact that Marvel is where it is at now does have to do with Bob Iger. A lot of the things that's happened under Disney throughout the last decades of success is because of Bob Iger. And I know it's going to get confusing. Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are two different people. But of course, when Bob Iger stepped down, he gave Chapek the reign. He was the one that chose Chapek to take over for him. And this was around 2020, 2019. I forgot the exact year, but I believe it was 2020. Chapek took charge of Disney. And ever since then, it's just gone down to shit, making dumb decision after dumb decision. Now, I'll give the one thing that I'll give the benefit of doubt for Chapek is he did have to manage Disney during the toughest period of time in Disney's history, which was the pandemic. Of course, there were no movies. People couldn't go to Disney World or Disneyland, and that was where all the money is made. The people is what gave them the money, and without people, they didn't get any money. So, of course, Chapek did struggle with that, but ignoring that, he made dumb decision after dumb decision that embarrassed Disney. A lot of literally it turned into where you would go on YouTube and all you would see is people criticizing Disney this, Disney that. Now, of course, a lot of it was from people who want to call gay people groomers, but the others were genuine, real, actual criticisms of Chapek's not the man to do it. Chapek, didn't handle the theme parks well. How does he get to be in charge? And one of the criticisms was that he was controlling a lot of the movie departments. It used to be Bob Iger would allow Pixar, allow Marvel. It used to be that he would allow every division to do its own thing and make the money, and that led to Pixar making masterpiece after masterpiece, and then even Marvel. It allowed Kevin Feige to envision his plan, but under Chapek, he put more stricter rules. Chapek put more stricter rules and put more things, like he's putting more control on these people. And the major thing that Chapek did that fucked up Disney was putting movies on streaming, because Black Widow, Kevin Feige was pissed off when that happened. I guarantee you. Now, I don't have any sources or anything like that, but he was not happy. I can definitely tell you that. But the people who weren't most happy were Pixar themselves, because they kept getting all their movies. Luca, Turning Red, that one, what was the Soul, it was called Soul, right? Raya and the Last Dragon, all these fucking, or I don't even know if Raya was even a Pixar movie, but all these Pixar movies for the last 2 years have just been streaming. And Pixar doesn't want them. They're built for the theatrical model. And clearly the streaming movies is not working as much as theatrical movies. And Chapek fucked that up for everyone. And eventually, like, you know what, the only good decision Chapek made during that Pixar time period was putting Lightyear in theaters. Because I guarantee you, if Lightyear had gone straight to streaming, there would have been boycotts in Pixar. People in Disney were not happy. Fans of Disney were not happy. And he was putting stricter, implementing more rules, and he made himself a jackass, especially during the Scarlett Johansson situation, where, you know, ScarJo was promised 20 million, but I believe she was offered in her contract. This is what her contract, and sorry if I'm going rambling on. I didn't prepare this video. I didn't write anything, so I am kind of just rambling on. But Scarlett Johansson was given a contract of 20 million plus a part of the box office. But unfortunately, they didn't put Black Widow in theaters. They just put it straight to streaming. Or, well, they did put it in theaters, but they put it like it's a hybrid. You know, what was it called? Day in, day out. Yeah. Day in theater, day in streaming. And that significantly cuts your box office. That fucks with your box office. And that was not on ScarJo's contract. And so ScarJo, she kept her mouth shut for the movie because, of course, bad press for a movie is not good. And she decided she's going to promote her movie. And then after the movie was done, after it was over with its theatrical run, you know what she did? She was like, hey, you know what? This was on my contract. This is what we agreed on. Where is it? And instead of negotiating and talking, you know what those fucking idiots at Disney did? They decided to leak how much money she made. They went out of their way to be like, oh, we're victims, Disney, we're victims. ScarJo's at fault. You know, she already got 20 million from it. It's like, bullshit, motherfucker. If you put something on a contract, you better go in with that contract. And of course, ScarJo ended up winning. She ended up getting a big dub. But the fact that they were willing to just leak how much money she made is absolutely mind-boggling. It's fucking embarrassing. And under Chapek's regime, it's just been nothing but L's. No one, and I mean no one, was happy. Not even Bob Iger, because there were times where Bob Iger would just, it seemed like he just regretted his decision. Bob Iger, out of all the decisions he's made, the worst one he easily made was getting Chapek to run over Disney. And this is a big dub because Iger took Disney to the promised land. Disney was under its most successful. Now, this one's a tiny detail, and I'm not saying every CEO needs to do that, but Bob Iger, back when he was the CEO of Disney, he would literally go to every premiere of every Disney movie to go support these creators, to say, hey, you guys work with me, so I'm going to support you. I'm going to show you that I care about your projects. But under Chapek would rarely, hardly ever go to any of these movies. And that's just a tiny detail. That just shows you that Iger is willing to put that thought while Chapek isn't. And so I see this as a big W, that Chapek's gone and that Iger's coming back. And apparently the contract for Iger is 2 or 3 years. Now, hopefully this time during the 2 and 3 years process, hopefully he has more time to find who's the next guy, see who's the guy in charge. And I hope that instead of just, because the problem is when they put Chapek in charge, Iger wasn't there to mentor him. He just kind of left Chapek to do his own thing. The problem with this time around is this time you do have to mentor them. At least do an entire year where you give them leadership, but you teach them along the way. Teach them what to do, what not to do, and all this and that. But yeah, it's over for Chapek. Chapek's gone. Chapek's not the CEO of Disney. Now, I don't know if you'll ever... I don't know what's his next thing, nor do I care. But Disney deserves better, and I'm glad Iger's back. Now, I apologize if this video came off as weird and rambling, but this is because I made this video very last second. Busy watching the World Cup. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. You guys let us know in the comment sections down below. What do you think about this? Do you agree, disagree? Are you happy Chapek's on? Whatever it is, let us know in the comment sections down below, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.